William Kamkwamba was born in a small village in Malawi, a country in Africa. He lived with his mother, father, and 6 sisters. His family were farmers. They grew corn and used the food to live. They didn't have much money, but they worked hard and lived simply. Then, in 2001, something terrible happened. There was a drought. It didn't rain for many months. Without rain, the corn could not grow. Soon there was a famine. That means there was not enough food. People were hungry, and many were sick and scared. William's family ate only one small meal a day. Sometimes they had nothing at all. The famine became so bad that William had to leave school. His parents could not pay the school fees anymore. William was only 14 years old. He was sad. He loved learning. But now there was no food, no school, and no hope. Even though William couldn't go to school anymore, he didn't stop learning. He was curious. He always wanted to understand how things work. Near his village, there was a small library. It had only a few books, but William loved to go there. One day, he found a science book called Using Energy. The book was in English, and William didn't speak English well. But the book had pictures, and William looked at them closely. There was one picture that changed everything. It showed a windmill. The book said that a windmill could create electricity. It could power lights. It could even pump water. William had never seen a real windmill before, but in that moment, he had an idea. He thought, what if I build a windmill and bring electricity to my home? Everyone else was trying to survive, but William was dreaming of solutions. He didn't have money, he didn't have tools, but he had an idea and he was ready to try. William had a big idea, but no money. No tools, no teachers, no internet. Just one science book, a strong mind, and a lot of hope. So, he started with what he had. Every day, he walked to the junkyard near his village. He looked for old, broken things, parts that other people threw away. He picked up old bicycle parts, a broken tractor fan, pieces of wood and bamboo, wires, bolts, and plastic pipes. To others, it was just trash, but to William, it was everything he needed. People in the village saw him digging in the garbage. They laughed and said, "This boy is crazy. He thinks he can build something from trash?" Even his mother was worried. She asked, "Why are you wasting your time?" But William didn't stop. He believed in his idea. He believed that he could change something. He worked outside every day. He used a small hammer. He tied things with rope and wire. He looked at the pictures in the book again and again. It took many weeks. Finally, he built a tall tower from wood and bamboo. At the top, he placed his homemade windmill with blades made from plastic and a dynamo from an old bicycle. Then he waited. One windy afternoon, the blades began to turn. Slowly at first, then faster and faster. William connected the wires to a small light bulb in his house, and for the first time ever, his house had light. The windmill worked. His parents were shocked. His neighbors were amazed. And the people who laughed now stood quietly, watching the blades spin in the wind. This boy, who had dropped out of school, who had nothing but a book and a dream, had brought electricity to his home. And this was just the beginning. William's windmill was more than just a machine. It was a light in the darkness. At first, it only powered a small light bulb in his room. But for William and his family, it felt like magic. They could finally see at night. They didn't have to use dangerous candles or kerosene lamps anymore. Next, William connected the windmill to a radio. For the first time, they could hear music and news from the world. Then he used it to charge a mobile phone, something that seemed impossible before. News of the boy who built a windmill spread through the village. People came from far away just to see it. They couldn't believe it. A 14-year-old who had dropped out of school had created electricity from junk. Some people asked him for help. They wanted windmills too. They asked him how he did it. And William helped them. He started to build a second windmill, even bigger, to pump water for farming. Now families could grow food again, even during the dry season. William's invention brought more than just light. It brought hope. It showed people that one person, even a child, can make a big difference. His windmill didn't just turn in the wind. It turned people's hearts toward new ideas, learning, and possibility. William's windmill changed his village, but soon it would change his life. A group of journalists visited his village. They saw the windmill, and they were amazed. They took pictures. They wrote about William's story. That story spread across Malawi, then across Africa, and then to the whole world. People were shocked. A boy with no money, no teacher, no internet, had built a windmill from trash? In 2007, Williams was invited to speak at a big event in Tanzania. It was called TED Global. People from all over the world came to listen. It was William's first time on a plane, his first time outside his country. And when he walked on stage, he was nervous, but he stood up and said, "I tried, and I made it." The audience stood and clapped. Some even cried. After that, everything changed. William received a scholarship to finish school. Later, he went to college in the United States. He learned more about science and engineering. He also wrote a book about his life. It's called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The book became famous. It was even made into a movie on Netflix. But even with all this success, William never forgot his village. He returned to Malawi and continued to help. He worked on projects to bring solar power, clean water, and education to more people. William's story went from a small village to the entire world. And his message was simple. With a little hope and a lot of effort, anything is possible. William's story is not just about a windmill. It's about believing in yourself, even when no one else does. He had no money. He had no teacher. He had no tools. But he had an idea, and he had the courage to try. Many people laughed at him, but he didn't give up. He kept learning. He kept building. He kept dreaming. And because of that, his idea turned into something real, something powerful, something that helped many people. So, what can we learn from William? Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you have. Don't be afraid to try. Even if you fail, you'll learn something new. One small idea can grow, and it can change not just your life, but the lives of others too. William Kamkwamba once said, "Trust yourself and believe. Whatever happens, don't give up." And that's a lesson we can all carry with us. In English, in life, and in every dream we chase.
Wow, what an amazing story, right? Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the story of William Kamkwamba, a young boy with no money, no electricity, and no school, but with a big dream and the courage to follow it. His story shows us that we don't need to be rich or famous to make a difference. We just need to believe in ourselves, keep learning, and never give up. And while you listened, you also practiced English. You learned new words, simple sentence patterns, and real expressions used in storytelling. That's the power of learning through stories. It's not just about grammar or rules. It's about real language, real feelings, and real life. So give yourself a big well done. All right, now let's do a quick quiz to check your understanding of the story. I'll ask you 5 questions. You can pause the video after each one and try to answer out loud. Don't worry if you're not sure. Just try your best. Let's begin. Quiz questions. 1. Where is William Kamkwamba from? 2. Why did William have to leave school? 3. What book gave him the idea to build a windmill? 4. What kinds of materials did he use to build it? 5. What happened after he gave his TED Talk? Now, let's go over the answers together. I'll repeat each question and then give the correct answer. Let's see how you did. 1. Where is William Kamkwamba from? The answer is, he is from Malawi, a country in Africa. 2. Why did William have to leave school? The answer is, his family couldn't pay the school fees because of the famine. There was no food and no money. 3. What book inspired William to build a windmill? The answer is a book called Using Energy. It had pictures of a windmill, which gave him the idea. 4. What kinds of materials did he use to build his windmill? The answer is, he used old bicycle parts, plastic pipes, wood, wire, and a broken fan, all from the junkyard. 5. What happened after William gave his TED Talk? The answer is, his story spread around the world. He got a scholarship, finished school, wrote a book, and even had a movie made about his life. If you got most of them right, amazing job! If you missed one or two, no problem at all. You're learning, and that's what matters most. You can always go back, listen again, and learn more each time. Now let's review some important vocabulary and phrases from today's story. I'll say each word slowly, explain it in simple English, and give you an example sentence. You can pause the video and repeat after me to practice your pronunciation. Let's begin. 1. Famine. Meaning: a time when there is not enough food for people to eat. Example: there was a famine in Malawi, and many families had no food. 2. Windmill. Meaning: a machine that uses wind to make power or pump water. Example: William built a windmill to create electricity for his house. 3. Junkyard. Meaning: a place where old, broken things are thrown away. Example: he found bicycle parts and wires in the junkyard. 4. Electricity. Meaning: power that makes lights, radios, and phones work. Example: his windmill made electricity to power a light bulb. 5. Courage. Meaning: being brave, especially when something is difficult or scary. Example: William had the courage to try something new even when others laughed. 6. Never give up. Meaning: keep trying even when things are hard. Example: he never gave up even when people told him he couldn't do it. 7. Make a difference. Meaning: to help or change something in a good way. Example: William made a difference in his village by bringing light and hope. 8. Scholarship. Meaning: money given to help someone go to school or university. Example: after his story became famous, William received a scholarship to study. Number 9. Drop out of school. It means to stop going to school before finishing. Example: William had to drop out of school because his family couldn't pay the fees. Number 10. Inspire. It means to make someone feel hopeful and want to try something. Example: William's story inspires people all over the world. Number 11. Build from scratch. It means to make something starting with nothing. Example: he built the windmill from scratch using only junk parts. Number 12. Resourceful. It means good at finding clever ways to solve problems. Example: William was very resourceful. He used trash to build something useful. Number 13. Hard work pays off. It means if you work hard, you will succeed. Example: William showed that hard work pays off. His windmill worked. Number 14. Against all odds. It means doing something even when it seems impossible. Example: he built the windmill against all odds. Number 15. Tools. It means things you use to build or fix something. Example: William didn't have real tools, so he used what he could find. Number 16. Inventor. It means a person who creates something new. Example: William became an inventor when he built the windmill. Number 17. Problem solver. It means someone who finds a way to fix problems. Example: even without school, William was a great problem solver. Number 18. Try and fail. It means to attempt something and not succeed. Example: William tried and failed many times, but he kept going. Number 19. Believe in yourself. It means to trust that you can do something. Example: he believed in himself even when others didn't. Number 20. Change the world. It means to make a big positive difference. Example: his small idea helped change the world around him. Excellent work! You've now learned 20 powerful words and phrases, all from just one story. You can pause, repeat, and even write your own example sentences to practice more. And remember, the more you use them, the more confident your English will become. Now, let's end today's lesson with a little challenge and a question just for you. What would you build to help your community or your country? It could be something simple or something big. Think about it, then write your answer in the comments in English. I'll be reading your answers and cheering you on. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to English Phrases Hub, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new episode. We share real stories that help you learn real English with heart, meaning, and practice. Until next time, keep learning, keep dreaming, and keep going. You've got this. See you in the next episode.